Some say that I have ruined the series, and others say that they love it. Well, today I'm going to explain why my world is not ruined, and what you guys can expect going forward. First off, why do some say it's ruined? Well, it's all because of this guy. Fred. You see, Fred represents a storyline that began years ago on my Xbox series. A lot of people want me to bring him across, so that's what I did. So now he's got his own house and will forever be in my world. Well, as long as he doesn't die anyway. But does adding lore or a storyline to the world ruin it? Does it take away from that hardcore survival experience? Add something that people don't want to see? Well, tell me in the comments. Tell me what is your opinion on lore, how it was executed in 4,900 days. Because obviously, along with Fred, more evil things can come, like the thing that burnt my house down, the thing that caused my head to disappear. Does it add to the enjoyment, or does it take something away from the series? What I will say that any storyline or lore added would be minimal, and it wouldn't be done with cheats or anything like that, and I don't think I'd ever have another player actually in my world. It's a single player world. I can make it look like there's other players through, you know, fancy tricks and on world copies, but on the original world, it will just be me. And as far as the storyline goes, the main plan would just be to have it so that it maybe creates a reason for why I build something or why I do something. But I don't think it would be some sort of crazy roleplay like it was, you know, back in the Awesome World days. Also, 5,000 days coming on Saturday, and there's actually no lore or storyline in it, but it is a huge groundbreaking episode, and that means a new poster too. You want to see it? Well, there it is. Okay, yeah, it's blurry for you because you'll have to wait until the video on Saturday, but it'll be worth the wait. It's probably the best one yet. Kamani says, what were the things you hated the most in your hardcore world? Because I thought this question would be interesting. What did I hate the most? I generally tend to only try and do things that I enjoy. I didn't hate making the storage room, but I put it off for a long time because I don't like making auto storage. But I hate sorting chests even more, so that I kind of didn't like that. Yeah, I can't think of anything. You know, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit boring or annoying to do something, but then like I look back at the project and I'm like, I'm proud that I did that. What's the hardest thing you've done in your hardcore world? There can only be one answer to that one. Yes, the EOL farm. The fact it just took me forever to learn how to do the whole portal slicing, light suppression, update suppression. It was so complicated the first time I did it. And I had to work out to make a working bat switch so that it worked, because they'd only done those on multiplayer servers. At the time, there wasn't one for a single player world, so I was the first one to kind of work that out. Since then, there have been better ones made. But yeah, it was just a crazy project, and working out all of the stories, that was a pretty annoying thing. I kept moving it. Maybe that was the most annoying thing in my world. I didn't hate it, but it was very annoying. And yeah, but the fact is, to collect all this, you know, I'm the first person in hardcore to make one of these, and it was an insane project. How long do you think your hardcore world will last? By the way, love the series, keep up the amazing work. Realistically, I don't think I will do it much past 10,000 days. Like, if I make it that far, that'll be 100 episodes. It will be a long time. I'm trying to work out the math. What's 10,000 days? Like 200,000 minutes and like, I don't know, 3,500 hours. That will be more than... Well, this is sneak peek. I shouldn't be showing you that. That's all meant to be top secret stuff. So yeah, assuming I don't die, I'll keep going till then. But, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll go much further than 10,000. I'm already slowly running out of things to do. And I think if I went much further, then I'd definitely run out of ideas. What gives you the motivation to keep working on your world after so many hours? I think the main answer is I love YouTube, and I'm gonna like do everything I can in my power and work as hard as I can until I reach 10 million subscribers. Like that is my goal. I'll keep working hard after 10 million, but until I hit 10 million, I want to work harder than any other YouTuber to give myself the best possible chance of making that. And if that means grinding harder, doing 100 days in my hardcore world every week, then so be it. When you first started this series, what were you thinking? Did you ever think you'd make it this far? No, I definitely did not think that I was going to last to 5,000 days in hardcore Minecraft. Like, that to me is definitely not. I didn't even think I'd get to 1,000. Maybe I thought I'd get to 1,000 and call it a day. Yeah, I definitely didn't think I'd go this far. This is way further than I expected. And I've achieved way more than I could ever have imagined. Would you make a copy of your world, die in it, and show us the score? If yes, then please do it. I mean, I'm technically on a copy now, so well, actually, there's actually no point in doing that. You see, the score you get when you die in Minecraft is literally just based on whatever your experience level was at the time. It's got nothing to do with how much you did in the world, you know, how long you survived, anything like that. No, it's literally just your XP level. So if I played for, you know, 1,000 days and had an XP level of 1 when I died, the score would be tiny. If I played for, you know, 100 days and got to a level 1000, the score would be way bigger. So it's a pointless experiment. Have you ever felt like there's nothing else to do in your hardcore world? Yeah, sometimes I do. So a lot of the time, in fact, I'm like, what on earth am I going to do? I feel like I've made every single farm possible, but then in 5,000 days, I've come up with at least 2 new farms that I've never built. I designed one, and another one's like no one's ever done before in Minecraft. So that, like, I collaborated with someone in designing that. So it's like 2 new farms. One of them is the world's first, very OP. If you saw the YouTube shot on my main channel, you'll know what it's about. It's yeah, it's the world record XP farm. It's going to be insane. And I have my idea of what I'm going to do in 5,100 days, which is also completely revolutionary. And I've only seen, I saw it in one video what I'm done, and no one's ever done it. And it's crazy that no one's ever made a video on this in a hardcore world or anything. So I've got at least 2 ideas. I've got a few ideas. It's more you'd think you run out of ideas, and then, you know, you just kind of think, you do more research, and you know, there's always something you can build in Minecraft as well, and, you know, projects to work towards that. So I've got quite a lot of ideas, and well, that is quite a lot of vines for harvesting. So yeah, sometimes I feel like there's nothing to do in my hardcore world, but then I remember there's loads of stuff. You know, I just kind of come up with loads of ideas, and suddenly I've got like the next 3 videos planned out. I have 3 questions. Okay, we might answer all 3. We'll see. Do you think you'll die anytime soon during your world? Since you've added lore, will you have an episode where you get killed? Will you complete many other projects aside from making your hardcore world have lore? And thanks for reading this. Love what you're doing. Keep up the hard work. Don't tire yourself out. Bit too late on not tiring myself out. Nah, I can keep going like this forever. It was only 3 questions, and they're all kind of related, so I'll give them that one. It's okay. Do I think I'll die anytime soon? Probably not. Although, after 6,000 days, I think there's going to be some serious changes in my world, which may make me more likely to die, but you'll have to wait and see that. I have to get there anyway first. And since I've added lore, will I have an episode where I get killed? No. Lore, I will never die because of lore unless it was an accident. But I won't, like, write some sort of storyline or come up with an idea and then die because of it. Like, that will not happen. If I die, it will either be after 10,000 days intentionally, or I'll just die by natural causes in Minecraft, which is, again, it's entirely possible at any time. Something could go wrong, and it's just an out of the blue thing. Thankfully, I've managed to survive long enough, but you just never know. And will I complete many other projects besides having my hardcore world have lore? Yeah, like I say, lore's a tiny thing. I have so many much bigger projects coming. Will you ever do more events on a copy of your hardcore world? Love your channel. Yeah, I have done a couple of events on my main channel, haven't I? I did the natural disasters one, and I think I just did one where I let 100 players join my hardcore world. And whilst they can be fun, they take a lot of setting up, and they didn't really do that well for views. So it's like, for the work, I'm only going to do them if, like, the majority of people are interested and want to watch them. At the moment, that doesn't seem to be the case unless I can come up with some new ideas. So for now, I'm mainly going to be putting my time into other things. But who knows in the future? That could all change. SP77, when you started your channel, did you ever think it would turn out this well? You've come a long way from the first few episodes in your awesome world. Congrats, and thanks for making such good content. No, I definitely did not think that my channel would turn out like this. My only goal when I started YouTube, and I think this is the case with a lot of YouTubers, was I wanted to be a YouTuber. And that's all I wanted. And that's all I wanted. I would have been content. So my idea was, what makes you a YouTuber? YouTube has to be your job. As long as I could make it so YouTube was my job, I didn't care how many subscribers or whatever I had. I just knew I had to get at least 30,000 views a day for it to become enough money, to have enough money for it to be my job. And it took a lot of years of work to get to that point. But when I did, it felt amazing. And then I kept on getting enough money every month for it to be a job. And, you know, like, it was a crazy feeling to go from that. But, you know, I worked so hard. And then it was like, okay, now I want to get to 100k. Did it, and I was like, maybe I can get to 1 million. I'll just keep trying. I didn't actually think I'd get to 1 million. And then when I got to 1 million, I was like, I'm never gonna get to any other milestone. Like 10 million, never gonna happen. Like, it took me so long to get to 1 million. I was like, I'll never get past that. When I contacted Daryl Leaves, I did the channel Jumpstart stuff, and it really gave me the confidence and the knowledge that I could get to 10 million subscribers if I changed a lot of things, started doing things differently. And the fact that I got 2 million subscribers in the year after that, and then I got 1 million in like this year, just goes to show that it is possible. I've got to keep working hard, and I've got to keep changing things, adapting, which I will keep trying to do, and testing new things. But it's doable. I can do it, and I'm going to keep working. First goal though is just get to 4 million. Do you make some builds with certain items just so you can make a farm for it? Not really. I just design the builds of whatever I think is going to look best, and then usually because of that build, I'm like, oh, I now need to farm this item. You know, for example, the warped wart block farm. I needed it for, I can't remember what I needed the warp wood for, but anyway, I needed the blocks for the nether tunnels and stuff, so it just worked out nicely. You know, I made a good farm for it and everything. So usually I just make the build and I'm like, oh, I should probably farm this now, and then it works out very well. What has been your most favourite adventure, build, or challenge in your series so far? By the way, love your content. I think it has to be going to the world border. That is probably the achievement I'm most proud of, because I was the first person in hardcore to ever make it there. I think I did it in one of the shortest times of anyone. I've not seen someone in the survival world do it in as short a time as I did in recent versions. Like, I came up with all the ideas myself because I was like, I have to do this within 100 days of Minecraft. So that's why I had to make a lag machine to do it. So coming up with that as well myself, like I came up with all the tech. I was just so proud of everything I did. A lot of people though, I made a short about it and a lot of people were like, no SB, Bulky Star did it ages ago, or Lockdown Life did it ages ago. But what people didn't realise was, I did it in January this year, so I did it like 11 months ago. The next person to do it was in March that year, like 2 or 3 months after me, so I was definitely the first. People just, I guess they were new or hadn't watched the video back in January, but yeah, that for me is one of the most things I'm proud of. Absolutely groundbreaking stuff to go to the world border. Which I honestly didn't think I was ever going to manage. It was an idea I had for like 1,000 days, and it was like, how can I do it, how can I do it? And when I finally managed to do it, I was just so proud. SB, huge fan. You seem to have every hotbar slot memorized every time you select the right item. Have you always been good at Minecraft, or you got better the more you played it? I've definitely not always been good at Minecraft. I think anybody that's watched me for a long time will know that I am 10 times better now than I used to be. I think one thing that made me get a lot better at Minecraft was MC Championship. I trained so hard for that, and that just made me, yeah, do things that would make me a lot better. I mean, I was already kind of good in some aspects, but I'm 10 times better because of MCC at so many things. And then playing my hardcore world like every week, 30 hours a week, has made me insanely good at Minecraft because I'm just playing Minecraft all the time, you know. I'm constantly like just jumping, doing movement, like building. I'm constantly doing, I can't really do it here very well, but I'm constantly doing speed bridge, not with Swift Sneak, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly doing things like that, just maybe not with Ender Chest. So that has made me a lot better at the game. I've learnt the mechanics so much from doing hardcore, you know, because I have to read the wiki, I have to know everything about the game, every ins and out with farms, exactly how Minecraft works on a very technical level. I now understand so much better. I think as an all-round Minecrafter, I think there's few, I can't think of many people who are on my level in the sense that they could do redstone, survival, farms, PvP, parkour, movement, the building aspect, like everything together. I think I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty good all-rounder anyway. Put it that way. I'm pretty all-round at Minecraft because I've been playing it for so long and I've done so much. But it would be interesting to see if there is anybody out there who's actually a better all-rounder than me in everything. Like there must be people who are better than me, but I've not. Why on earth you guys spawn on glass? That shouldn't be possible. But yeah, I am kind of curious about that. As for being able to switch to the hotbar really fast every single time without any problem, pickaxe always in the second slot, axe always in the fourth, water bucket or firework rockets in the third. I always have my blocks in the final slot, so say I'm going, I need to build a little bit, like I just can go like that really fast, so they're always in the final slot. Shovel in the sixth slot, and then sword, if I've got one, will be in the first one. Food in the fifth slot. And then the 7th and 8th are just kind of miscellaneous, just whatever I've got, you know, if I'm building something and I just need an extra, you know, like that or something, I can just go like that. But I do like just have that off by heart movement now of knowing how to go to every single slot, no problem like that. Including the offhand. Yeah, being able to hotkey your offhand and move things around in your inventory is also a very important skill. How do you design your build so well? And before you say practice, I've seen your awesome world builds. Oh, this is a burn. From before the hardcore world, which no offense seemed very boxy most of the time. Yet once you started your world, one of the first things you built, your house turned out better than almost all of the awesome world builds. So really my question is, how did you improve so quickly? I would say the big difference between the stuff in this world and the stuff in my awesome world is the awesome world builds were done over like 20-30 minutes, uncut, just me building, you know, and I would like pre-build it and then copy it, but it was like, it'd be uncut. It had to be done within 20 minutes. It couldn't be too fancy. Whereas in this 100-day series, I have like 30 hours to do a build technically. You know, so I have 30 hours to do the whole episode, and there's so much. I can just spend so much time on a build now. Like if I spend 3 hours on a build, that's like 1/10 of the video. That's a tiny amount. So I can put so much more time into building something than I did before. Like you look at this nether hub. This itself took like 5 or 6 hours to build in one video, which I couldn't do in an awesome world video. That'd be like a 20 episode series build all this. So I think that's the big difference, that I put way much more time in. And of course I'll plan things and stuff if I have to, you know, but a lot of the time, yeah, just being able to spend ages and even if like if it's not quite right, I can remove something and rebuild it, and it's still plenty of time in the episode. I think that's made a big difference on the quality of my builds. Not really a Q&A, but could you make a list that has item frames all over showing every type of item you can farm in Minecraft? Then you can have a lamp flick behind to it so that when you've made it. I actually love this idea. I think that's such a cool idea on like farm everything in Minecraft, and it could be like a mental thing, because the whole like farm everything in Minecraft is a cool concept, you know, Razeworks wants to do it and stuff, but it's like I've never really done it. But if I actually had like a visual thing in my world where you could see the progress with lamps and switches, I think that is a really, really nice idea. And I might do it. I might steal it to Oddball Plays Games. Thank you for the question. Will you start another world after this one? And how would you end the series if it's an intentional death? Would I start another world? I don't think so. Unless it would be a long, long time in the future. You see, the thing is with Awesome World, I felt like I'd done everything. But then when I started on Java, a completely different version, and there was so much more that I could do because everything worked differently and there was a lot more technical things. But now I feel like I have done everything. So unless I like, yeah, did it in like 5 years time where so many new things have been discovered or something like that, then maybe. So yeah, would I start another one? I don't know, which makes me very scared to ever end this series, because I'm like, this could be it. This could be the last Minecraft world I ever have. And how would I end the series if it's an intentional death? I don't know. I've had a little think about this question on how I would do it. You know, you could go obvious and be like, go into the void, die to a mob, jump off a building. You know, there's like a million ways to die. But I think it would have to be some sort of mean death. Probably give an armor stand thorns and die to an armor stand or something. Or a villager, give a villager thorns and die to it or something like that. It would have to be something really stupid. Like, maybe I would die with the longest death message possible, which is, I think, with a named armor stand with... I can't remember exactly how it is, but yeah, maybe something like that would be the way to go. It's got to be memed, doesn't it? You know, it can't just be, oh, I jumped off, I jumped in the void. You know, it's got to be like, yeah, long death message or killed by someone absolutely stupid. But part of me may also just not want to die. Like, I might end the series on 10,000 days, but I might not actually have to die. I might still be able to just come to the world whenever I want to. And then the series would just never truly be over. I could always, yeah, come back to the world anytime I wanted, and I could start it again if I wanted to. I could continue it. Let's say in 3 years time there's loads more. I could be like, oh, why don't I do 11,000 days in Minecraft Hardcore? You know what I mean? Like, I could take a hiatus, let Minecraft update loads, and then continue my world. Like, you know, so maybe I won't die on 10,000 days. Maybe I'll just keep the door slightly open or something. We'll see. I have not thought that far ahead, as you can clearly tell. How do you know how to make so many complicated farms? By the way, I love the series. Keep it up. Honestly, a lot of them have been through YouTube tutorials helping me, and that's helped me learn Minecraft, because I didn't know the mechanics very well, or farming and all that too well. But then, yeah, I just kept on making farms and picking things up and learning and researching and stuff. And over time, you know, I've managed to now design my own farms and stuff like that. Or I've picked up things, you know, maybe from the speedrunning community to be like, oh, I could apply that to hardcore and do this instead. Or, you know what I mean? Things like that. A lot of the time it's been my bad designs of a farm. Like, for example, my creeper farm, I added the portal system to that myself so I could get looting. And that made my game really laggy at times when I had loads of creeps in, and that's the reason I worked out I could go to the world border easier. So it's like a mistake, but I realized I could use this, and you know what I mean? And it's cool things like that. So I've kind of learned how to do farms just by following tutorials and making them, and in time picking up how, you know, how it works, understanding Minecraft and mechanics better. And at times it's been where, okay, well, I need to make my own farm here because there isn't one out here for what I want. And so then I've had to really research and use what I know from other farms and applied it to certain situations. But when it comes to like really good makers, you know, like Razeworks or Ilmango or, you know, the Kronos team that make all the raid farms, they're on another level to me. I couldn't make the farms as complicated as theirs without some help. Like, I'm nowhere near that much of a master in the engineering. And I think we'll end it there. Yeah, 5,000 days on Saturday, and so hopefully enjoy that. New poster. Subscribe to this channel for bonus content, and I will see you guys in the next video.